There is something happening in our generation that we need to talk about honestly. Some young people are beginning to say, I'm not really human. I feel like I'm actually an animal. I identify as something else. Let's pause right there. Not to laugh, not to attack, but to think clearly. Because here's the truth, you are human. And believing you are something other than human is not healthy thinking. Communities like Therians and other kin have grown online over the past few decades. Many of these ideas became popular in internet forums in the 1990s, where people who felt deeply different found one another. Some describe feeling like they are a wolf inside. Others say they are connected to dragons or spiritual beings. But here is the important distinction. Feeling connected to something is not the same as being that thing. Humans can imagine, humans can relate, humans can symbolize. That ability is part of our intelligence. But when imagination crosses into believing we are literally not human in identity, something unhealthy begins to form. Let's look at this calmly from a psychological perspective. The teenage brain is still developing, especially the parts responsible for identity, logic, and long-term reasoning. This stage of life is designed for exploring who you are, but healthy identity development stays grounded in biological reality. You have human DNA, a human brain, a human nervous system, human emotions. When someone starts believing they are fundamentally not human, psychologists would say that reflects confusion in identity formation. And here's something important. Confusion is not evil, but confusion needs guidance. If someone believes they are something physically impossible, we don't affirm the impossibility. We help them reconnect with reality. Because mental health grows when our thoughts align with truth. Usually this isn't about rebellion, it's about pain, sometimes. Someone feels misunderstood. Someone feels powerful, imagining strength. Someone feels safer, imagining they are something else. Someone wants to escape being human because being human feels hard. But here's the problem. Escaping humanity doesn't fix human struggles. It avoids them, and avoidance never builds strength. Now let's go deeper. The Bible is very clear about something. Humans are distinct from animals. We were created intentionally and uniquely. We were given responsibility, creativity, moral awareness, and the ability to know God personally. Animals are beautiful parts of creation. But humans are described as being made in God's image. That means something powerful. You are not just biological matter, but you are also not an animal spirit trapped in a body. You are a human being, body, mind, and soul, designed with purpose. To reject your humanity is to reject part of God's design. And God does not make mistakes. Here's something strong but necessary. Being human means you learn to act like one. Humans. Think critically. Take responsibility. Face problems instead of escaping them. Grow through discomfort. Build relationships. Control impulses. Develop character. Animals act by instinct. Humans act by choice. If someone begins behaving as though they are not responsible for human behavior, that is not growth. That is regression. Maturity means embracing your humanity, not abandoning it. Now listen carefully. This is not about shaming anyone. If someone feels confused about identity, they need help, not humiliation. But compassion does not mean agreeing with something untrue. If a person says, I am not human, the loving response is not, yes, you are right. The loving response is, you are human, and that is enough. Because being human is not something small. It is extraordinary. You are human by design, by biology, by reality, and by God's intention. No feeling changes that. And the healthiest path forward is not redefining yourself into something else. It is learning to live fully as who you already are. So here is the challenge. If you've ever felt like escaping your humanity, ask yourself why. Are you hurt? Lonely? Confused? Deal with the real issue. Talk to someone wise. Pray. Seek truth. But don't abandon your identity, because being human is not a mistake. It is a calling. And if this message brought clarity, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sight Kids and Niños con Vision. You are human, and that is powerful.